That's actually Teddy's chair right there, but I have my laptop so that way I can see chat, and I have some music playing so it's not too quiet. But I'll let Teddy say hi. We're going to be painting today. This is my first painting stream. I know I always share my paintings with you guys, but you guys always want to see the process. So oh no, Teddy sees himself and he's getting scared. Or actually, Teddy, it's okay. It's okay. He's nice. He's you. So I thought we just do a nice chill painting stream because I'm not sure if I can multitask with talking and painting, but we're going to try it out. I won't know until I try. So I don't know if, I think you guys can kind of see it. I have the Ninetales Chroma, and then I have Naruto in Sage mode and the, what do you call it? 6 paths. So we're going to start from the very beginning. I have my phone popped here so I know what colors I'm going to be using. Okay, I think I'm going to start with the orange base, and then we can darken it and lighten it a little bit. I mean, or maybe I can start with the black. I think you can't go wrong with the black. Let's do the black a little bit. I have all my paintbrushes, like this one. I remember when I first started, I didn't know which paintbrushes I would like. I'm self-taught. I taught myself how to paint. I was more of a pencil type of artist, but I've always saw paintings and I thought they looked so cool, but I was always intimidated. So it's funny though, when you're intimidated by something, you make such a big thing about it in your head that you don't even try. That you just build it up, build it up, build it up until the point where I was like, you know what? I'm going to just try it. What's the worst going to happen? It just comes out kind of bad. It's okay. But it actually, my first painting, oh, I think you guys can't see it. This was actually my first painting from Demon Slayer. So I was actually very surprised with myself, and that's how it all started. But I think that's actually the fun part where I think people take away from themselves is not even trying, because most times you'll surprise yourself, or if not, you learn something. And there was a lot of learning and a lot of fun with me painting that one. Oh gosh, I said I was going to start with the black, but we started with the orange. Oh well. We're going to just go straight into the orange then. It's good to start from the left to the right if you're right-handed. That way you're not like messing with it, because your hands sometimes land on the canvas. So just rather not mess with it. I start with the left side. This is probably going to need 2 coats. This paint's pretty light.
Are you going to pull up the chat right there?
Yeah.
Because someone said, I did not expect you to be an anime manga person.
What? Can you guys hear me? I hope you can, because I have some things to say to that. Mm-hmm. Hmm. It's funny. You're just gonna have to like start, and once you get the flow, it's a little easier. But like in the beginning, it seems a little more intimidating. I'm gonna get a bigger brush because it's just gonna make it faster. I'm just gonna get into it. It's gonna look like a big blob of orange.
No, actually, here you go. Can you see it like that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's the YouTube chat.
Okay. Naruto actually was, well, I say was because there is such amazing new anime coming out, and they all are, holding a special place in my heart. But Naruto was one that I went back when I took a big hiatus from watching anime. And then when I went back to it, it was actually during my lifting journey. And every time I would watch it, it would just make me cry and inspire me to go, hard in the gym. And I honestly love all these TikTok edits. I'm watching them while I'm working out, and they get me so emotional because they really hit. They really do. And it gets me all inspired. So I know a lot of you that love watching anime are actually thinking about working out, and it has inspired you. Please give it a try. Like I say, if you try something, it's most likely going to surprise you, and it's going to be a lot more fun than you think. Let's see. You have to be super patient. And I've noticed with a lot of these hobbies I like, I have to be super patient, but it's funny, I wouldn't call myself a patient person. When you're painting, you have to be patient with putting layers and putting detail, and it takes a long time. And I think that's the thing is like when I'm working on things, I like to do it in private. That's why I don't think I record myself, because I know I'm patient, but I know not everyone else is. I know they want instant gratification, and it's something that, I've accepted as very common, but same with lifting. I'm okay with it taking a long time, but I know other people aren't. But when you want to get better and work on something, it's going to be something you're going to have to be patient with. But you have to enjoy it. That's why, like, me painting, me doing it is very soothing to me. I'm enjoying it. And I think people forget and they tell themselves, no, once it's done or once I'm here, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to enjoy it when I have this. And it kind of just takes away a big chunk of in the process of just being excited and happy with simple things. You're too focused on the future, you're not in the present. And I feel like when you're painting, you have to be in the present, or with anything. I'm just using this as an example because that's what we're doing. I wish you guys can see Teddy. He's just watching me, but he won't bark at me. But if he sees himself, he'll probably start barking at himself. I wonder, is the music picking up, or is it just something I'm able to hear?
I can go check it.
Yeah. Oops. Well, that's supposed to be black. Well, good thing I can go over it because I'm noticing some spots that are not supposed to be painted over. Yeah, because if you guys aren't able to hear the music, it might feel a little empty. Because a lot of the times when I'm painting, I just like to feel I'm gonna say like feeling the paint, but it's just fun to just be focused in doing it. It's almost like when I'm working out and I'm doing my set, I'm not talking while I'm doing my set. You know, I'm focused, I'm present with whatever I'm doing when I'm lifting. So sometimes that's kind of how it feels when I'm painting. I feel like I'm just present and enjoying each stroke and seeing it come to life. But maybe that's just an excuse because, like I said, it does take a little bit of multitasking. Because, I mean, apparently I'm doing it right now. I'm talking and painting, and it's still happening.
Yeah, you can probably turn the music up.
Yeah. Okay.
So you can play.
Yeah, I think it's just in a quiet song. Oh, there we go. Like James Bond music. I actually haven't seen Boruto. I've heard people say it's good, so I think eventually I will. I just haven't heard people saying like it's like crazy because I think they say it gets better later on, but that in the beginning it wasn't too good. So maybe that's why I haven't been eager to give it a shot. And then I'm gonna clean it up when we do the background. Sometimes that's why I think painting has really taught me is not to be so much of a perfectionist. I know that sounds probably contradicting, but you know, in the beginning, you're just kind of putting things together. Okay. I feel like I'm covering the painting for you guys, but I'm just trying to see. And I think it's interesting because when I take a big break from painting, I feel like I'm getting back into it and it's like me warming up again. Well, that's going to be black. Oh, hey, Buzzing. We're just having a chill painting stream. I will say he has a bunch of shadows, so it's gonna be more in depth the more we work on him. You're not seeing it yet, but it's gonna look good. I think that's the funny part. I always get surprised even when I'm painting is like, okay, I don't know how this is gonna look, but the more and more that we add onto it, it comes to life. And that's the thing, is like whenever you're imagining things that you want to work on, little by little, you'll see it come to life. But you can't judge it yet, right? Like it's not at its final form. So I think that's where a lot of people get discouraged. They are working on something like, let's say, a painting, or their bodies, like working out in the gym, and they're just like, oh, it's not there yet. And it's like, well, what are you gonna do? Just give up? Like, no, it's getting there. Each little bit is getting you closer to this goal that you have pictured in your head. So it's so sad if you don't give yourself the extra time to see the final masterpiece that you're creating. And I think that's what I also love about working out and building muscle, is it's like art. You're molding it, you're crafting it, and it's going to take time. And it's just so beautiful when the more you can tell something has been worked on, right? Like when you see a beautiful painting that you can tell took hours and hours and hours, like you're just like mesmerized, because there's just so much passion and effort. And because there's also, yes, someone can be very talented, just how someone can be genetically gifted, but you can tell they put so much time and hours and effort and, discipline. Like, you just say that with anything, like, to me, that is so amazing. And not a lot of people can do that. So I feel like people take away all that effort when they just say, oh, they're just talented. Oh, they're just really gifted. Well, I mean, have you put like hundreds of hours into something and you just are going to disregard that? Like, to me, I notice that. I notice when people put so much time and effort into something. I think that's the cool thing, is like when you meet another person that does the same, and you both just like have that unsaid respect, like, for each other, because they're like, well, I know that physique you built, it didn't just happen overnight, and it didn't happen an accident. Even though some people like to think it did. I still have people telling me, I don't want to get too big. Don't want to look like that. And I'm like, guys, this did not happen on accident. It was very purposeful. But that's the thing, right? It's your life, it's your physique, it's your hobbies. You get to choose what that looks like. No one's going to find that joy better than you. And I think it's also your responsibility to go and find it. I've been seeing a lot of painters recommend certain paints. And I kind of do want to try out different paints, because some paints are a little lighter and thicker, and they just have different consistencies. So I feel like I'm still learning, right? Sometimes it's almost like when you go in a gym and you don't have maybe all the fancy equipment as someone else, but you make it work. You can't let that stop you. You can't let that be the reason why you don't even work out, because you don't have all this fancy equipment. You can look at someone and realize it's not what's given to you, it's how you use already what's in front of you. And I feel like that is what's going to separate you more than people you try to say they have an advantage. Because if you have that kind of mindset, that advantage is going to take you so far, even further. You guys just wait. it looks so sloppy right now, but it's gonna come to life at the end, which won't probably happen in this stream, but it'll happen in the next one. And I think that's what gets me so excited is I already know that because I painted all of these. Oh, I guess you can't see them, but I painted, there's pictures I have, maybe I'll move the camera at the end, that I've painted, and all of them have started messy. But that doesn't discourage me. It just makes me excited to see the final piece. And it's just been something that I'm already used to. Seeing the mess and things, but knowing that there's the potential in it. There's always potential in things. And you go with it. You learn as you go. I'm learning that this paint is going to need like probably 3 coats. But is that going to stop me? No. If you guys were in my baking stream the other day, I was sharing with you how I used to work at a bakery. And one of the things that was super helpful, because I would decorate the cakes, I would actually be the artist when the cakes needed some painting or just even making little action figures for it. And me color, what's it called? Matching was something I was very, very proud of myself because it's interesting how that is something can be very intimidating. I'm like, wait, how do I make that color? It's kind of giving a little blue. It's like a little gray, but then I see a hint of yellow. Like it's just something that, I don't know. It almost feels like a little superpower. Correct. I got bare minimum at my apartment gym, but I'm making it work. That's what I'm saying. That's amazing. You guys do know that I worked out in my garage for the longest time. So did my brother and sister. And we always just make fun because it's like that Iron Man quote, right? Like he's like, Tony, wait, no, how does it go? Gosh, I'm going to butcher it. Okay. You guys should know this too. It's when he's saying like, yeah, no, I think he does say Tony. He's like, he built this with a bunch of scraps in a cave. And, you know, they have access to all these $1 million of equipment and they couldn't do what he did in a cave with a bunch of scraps. Because that's the thing, right? Like people can blame the tools, the things that they don't have access to, but not realize like you will make it work with whatever you have. And that to me is like, oh, so powerful when you start seeing things like that. But obviously we can joke around and be like, it was the tools. What are you talking about? I didn't know what I was capable of until I was given the right tools. I mean, it's the same thing as my dogs that just came in. They say like you can go and take your dog to a training sanctuary and they teach them and everything, but if you don't enforce those things, it's gonna go back to its bad habits. You know, you can try like, oh, it's the machines. I'm gonna be the best. I'm gonna have the best physique, but then it's like, well, are you going to carry that knowledge with you when you go to maybe a garage or something that isn't going to have like the best equipment? Like, because it's like, yeah, some things you can't control, but you can control the knowledge that you carry. I think that's why, like, when I'm coaching other people, I really emphasize to them, I want to give them knowledge because that's going to take them further than them just working with me those 4 months. Because I want them to get better. I want them to keep going. I want their journey to only progress. I don't want it to end. I don't want it to end after they're done working with me. And I want them to feel empowered. And when you have knowledge, it does help you feel empowered. You feel like you have more options. But obviously, if you have the bare minimum and then you're given more to work with, it's a lot of fun. Oh my gosh. I think I got paint on my face. Oh well. And I think that's actually the fun part, is seeing your life like a movie or a book, however you want to go about it, and realizing the main character is going to go through some struggles. Nothing was just always given. That, life wasn't just perfectly set out and laid out for someone to not experience things. That you really see how someone reacts to the things that happen to them. And I love this philosophy quote. It's not, a man's circumstances doesn't make him, it reveals him to himself. So what that means is, if you are an impatient person and if you're given circumstances that bring that out, doesn't mean that the things happening to you give you permission. It just reveals to you you're very impatient. And I think people forget that. But also, these things are not fixed. You can work on not being impatient, right? Like, I think people forget that. It is not a fixed trait that you have, and you can work on it. And definitely there's always levels. So another thing is just, where is your focus at? And you have to love the process. Like I said, the things that I like, people would say that you have to be patient because these things don't happen overnight. When I'm just drawing or painting or working out, like, that's not going to happen overnight. But I love the process so much that I'm okay with it taking a long time. It's almost like in One Piece, right? Like, the whole 1,000 episodes is them enjoying the journey. Like, they haven't gotten to their goal. Not even close. But they're having the time of their life. And I think that's just so symbolic of how we all should perceive how we go about things. Like, we should be so in love with the journey and the people around us that we get lost in, oh yeah, like, I forgot this goal, but like, I'm having fun getting there. Like, gosh, like, I can do this every day. I actually never thought I was going to be able to catch up to One Piece. But that also is a commitment. All of One Piece, that's a commitment. If you question people and if they have commitment issues, but if they've watched One Piece, then I'm just like, no, I feel like if you watch One Piece, you can commit to anything. Let's see how I'm doing this. This painting honestly reminds me a quote I remember when things go bad as a measure of a man is not how well he responds in the good times, it is how he responds in the bad times. Not exact words. No, that I know exactly what you're talking about. I know that quote and I love that quote. And that's it's very true, right? Like I think that is hard though, because when you sympathize when someone is going through something and you always find yourself making excuses like, oh, well, they had a bad day. Oh, well, they have, maybe not the best lifestyle or, I don't know. You come up with things and it's just sad how sometimes we let that almost like a free pass of them treating their situation, other people bad, when even if you went through a bad day, you won't let that affect how you treat others. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think to me, it does really show me when someone is going through a lot, but they show up in a very kind and they have such a big heart. I'm like, that is true strength. That is something that is hard for other people to do. And I don't feel like that is recognized enough. I feel like when people meet someone nice, they see that as a weakness. I think that's why when I was starting my fitness journey and watching Naruto, I would get emotional because him being optimistic and seeing the best in people, like, I knew how hard that was because it's like, it's hard being optimistic. It's hard seeing your goal and saying like, yes, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. But it's nice when you're just reminded like, well, that's what you have to do. You have to kind of have that mindset to keep going, even when people don't believe in you. Because a lot of times people don't, because it's the limiting beliefs that they have on themselves. So why would they think someone else can do it? Because then that also shows them that they were capable, but they were the only ones holding themselves back. And that's a scary thing to face. You don't want to think that you're the only one holding yourself back from your true potential. So I have a question that you need to ask yourself is, if you not trying, is it because you don't want to, or is it because you're scared? Because if it's because you're scared, then do it. Like, I think that's what I think a lot of people feel like, oh, I shouldn't be scared. Like, it's okay to be scared, but it's not okay to let that stop you. I think a lot of people get surprised when I tell them a lot of things do scare me. A lot of things make me uncomfortable, but I choose to just do it anyways. When I first recorded myself working out in the gym, I felt so anxious. I felt like I was shaking. I felt like I was going to throw up. Not because of the workout, but because of how nervous I was feeling putting the camera in front of me and speaking. I was thinking of everything that was going to go wrong, and I was getting so much in my head. But I think the thing that really helped me is knowing why I was doing it, hoping I would help someone else, and not thinking about me and thinking, oh, what am I doing? Feeling embarrassed. I was like, well, who cares? Even if I'm embarrassing myself, if this can help someone, then I'm going to do it. And to me, that brought me so much strength, knowing that maybe through my struggles, the things that I had to learn can be a help to someone else. Another thing that I had to tell myself is what I'm getting worked up about, do I even have control over, right? Because I think sometimes we forget we don't have control over a lot of things, but we let that dictate our decisions. And when I had the camera, the first thing that I thought too was when there's less people in the gym, then maybe I'll pick up my camera. But the reality was it was going to be the same amount of people no matter what. So that was another honest thing I had to ask myself. I either try and work through the uncomfortableness or I give up, because that's exactly what's going to happen. These excuses I'm making, it's me never taking a chance on myself. So I either need to be honest and make that decision or do it scared. And that's when it hit me. I'm like, gosh, like I have to do it even if it makes me sick, because the only person that's keeping me from these goals is myself. Right? And I think that's the hard part. People don't want to have honest conversations with themselves. But once you start doing that, you start moving forward. Even if it's not the right choice, right? I think we stress so much on, is this the right thing? Is this the right choice? Am I making the right decision? Make a decision and it'll lead you to the right one, right? Because you'll learn from it. And when you just stress like, oh, it needs to be perfect, the person that's ready to mess up and fail is going to find the right choice faster than that person that thinks that they need to stress over all the little details, right? Because let's say I did pick up the camera and let's say that I did enough times to realize I actually didn't like it. I found my choice and I don't have to think about, oh, what if, right? Like I can actually lay that to rest and move forward. And never have to look back and think, man, if I was younger and I had more courage, maybe I could have actually pursued that. Well, now I don't have to wonder anymore. And you shouldn't either. There's things that you want to do it. And if there's things that scare you, do you even have control over it? Like the people that go to your gym, like, do you have control over how many people go there or not? Like, they're always going to be there. Luckily, I have a lot of nice people that go to my gym. They're very actually supportive and it's very sweet. Let's see. Black Eye TV. Wait, you're an anime nerd too? Whoa, I watched so many of your shorts. Oh, thank you. Welcome. I am obsessed with anime. I'm trying to find my people that are also just obsessed. I wish you guys can see the other ones, but maybe I'll have to hang one down here so you guys can see it. Let me put it over here. I'm actually very excited for Free Run. It's going to be the next season in next month, right? Let's see. Okay, I think you guys can see that one. Yeah. Oh, hey, Shy, you made it. Hi. Yes, it's Naruto. I was telling them it's kind of messy, but that's the process. I'm actually excited for you guys to see how messy it is in the very beginning and then how it comes to life. This is also good practice for me to see if I can paint and talk at the same time. And honestly, we're doing it. Actually, it's not as hard as I thought. I just never tried it. It's especially when you guys have me talking about things I enjoy. And it's nice to talk to you with the similar interests. Man, someone needs to change your little post description thingy. Oh, change it to what? You're 30 minutes behind. That's funny. Well, I hope you are just as passionate with your goals about you not making it to the stream. I'm serious. People on stream are like the funniest people that I've ever interacted with. I'm just like, your guys' humor is so funny. I'm here for it. I remember when anime wasn't popular and everyone loves it. Okay, then you're in the same boat I was, because same, like, everyone will, well, I mean, there are still some people that call it just cartoons, but yeah, like, it wasn't popular, but I loved it so much. That's why I would get so happy whenever someone told me that they liked anime. I just feel like they understood me. Like, I just felt so many aspects of myself were revealed through them knowing anime. And so it is like still a feeling I still get when I find out other people like anime. Okay, that's actually black. I actually teared up a little when Naruto got married. Oh, how cute. I was tearing up with a lot of episodes. Like, I am a crybaby. I just am very intense with all my emotions, but I love it. It makes me feel alive. I don't like holding back. I used to be embarrassed about it. I would be like holding in my tears. I'm like, no one look at me. I'm crying right now. But I've been around a lot of people that understand me, so it's okay. I'm very comfortable sharing it more than I used to be. It's always buff girl doing X or buff girl doing Y. Do you mix your own paints and stuff? That's so funny. Well, yeah, if I want a specific color, then I will have to make the color with mixing the paints. But I just have like the primary colors, right? Like yellow, red, white, blue, pink, black, like just stuff like that. And then go from there. I know, what are your guys' hobbies? I would love to hear your hobbies. It's always so interesting to me how people get into the things that they're interested in. Either they were influenced by the people around them, or they saw it and they're just like, gosh, that looks so cool. I want to try it. Yes, hobbies. Oh, do you got a list for me? Oh, you stream as a hobby and game. Oh, that's awesome. I love that hobby too. What game are you playing? Oh my gosh, you write recreationally? That's so cool. Oh, that's amazing. Writing is such an amazing skill to have. That's so beautiful. And exercise. I also love that hobby. Yep, I've published a book. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. What's your book called? If you don't mind sharing. I'm so proud of you, Shy. That's amazing. It is nice when you have things that you've created and you put out in the world, right? Like it's a shame if you don't. And sharing that experience with people, there's something beautiful about it. That's why it makes me sad. I know a lot of talented people that are super talented, but they're scared to share those sides of themselves. Let's see. I yeah, I've also had a few stuff published online. So the book was actually a poetry anthology published in 2019. Then I've had an essay and a short story published on two American websites. Oh my goodness. Look, look at that. That is so cool. You guys are so talented. I need to work out more though, and I'm playing Dragon Age. Ooh, Dragon Age. I actually haven't heard of that one, but it says dragon and it sounds like it's like medieval times, and I love that kind of vibe. What kind of game is it? You guys always introduce me to really fun games, and I already have a list. Buzzing Ranger. My hobby is gym rat. I also one foot in the grave 3 years ago. Wait, what? Now I'm training for my first Hyrox race. Hyrox race? What is that? That is amazing, dude. Oh, Shy, you're so nice. I love when you guys are just like support each other in the chat. I'm multi-streaming, so there I feel like there is people that don't see those other comments because it's on Twitch and then it's on YouTube. Oh my gosh, now I'm like thinking 6'7". What? You guys just still don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I don't even think people know what that means. I think that's the joke. That it doesn't make any sense. Oh, hey Isabella, Elijah, welcome to the painting stream. And then Shai, do you have a nephew or anything? This is amazing. Do I have a nephew? Actually, I don't have a nephew. That's an interesting question. Why do you ask? Hmm. All right, we're almost there, guys. This is like the base. I love that this is no judgment zone because with art, sometimes you're not going to see it come to life until a few intentional actions, right? Oh, Elijah, you're very talented. Thank you. These are just skills that I honed in on, but you guys all have skills that you probably don't even realize are skills, right? Everything that we are able to learn is a skill. I never used to see it that way, and I would always get intimidated and think that I wasn't good at anything. and realizing that it's all things you can learn. It's just up to you if you think they're worth learning or not, because you will have to put time into it. And that's where you'll decide, is it worth your time or not? But don't ever get discouraged if you see something that you really admire about someone and you wish you had that skill. You also can learn that skill. Like when I hear people speak so fluent and so just captivating, to me, that is such an admirable skill. And I would always feel that I can never do that. I would just admire from afar, and I'm like, I wish. And I've been someone that would be made fun of when I would talk because I couldn't say my R's when I was little. So people would make fun of me. And so it made me not want to talk even more. So I would just stay quiet. And I realized, like, you know, me staying quiet, I won't be able to experience life to the fullest, right? We have all these hopes and dreams and perspectives, and we won't be able to share them if we don't know how to express them. And that is with our words. So same with when you're writing, Shai, like that is something so beautiful that you get to express and put it down. And that is an amazing skill. And a lot of people don't realize, like, that's how we can connect to other human beings, is through communicating. And I would be over here being too intimidated and not realizing it's a skill. Like me talking to you guys, I had to purposely practice this skill. I had to really hone in on what my thoughts are and conveying them and saying them out loud. And I know if you're shy, it can be seen as something scary, but the more you do it, the less scary it's going to be. Just think about anything that you have done, and the more you've done it, how much easier it's become, right? So if you never do it, of course it's going to be this big old monster in your head, and you're going to be scared. But do not let that monster win. Right? Face it, call it out for what it is, and be like, yeah, I know I'm scared, but I'm still gonna do it anyways. And I won't let it stop me. You should do more painting videos on your YouTube channel. Aw, I am excited to do more. I am very excited to do more. So this would be first of many. You're more than muscles. Oh my gosh, thanks, Elijah. Yeah, talking to the live chat takes some work. I used to be so nervous in the beginning. Oh, I'm so glad that it's something that you've just gotten better at. Like it is a very fulfilling feeling, getting better at something. And I want that for everybody. I know sometimes we want people to do the work for us, or to, in a sense, save us, right? And I used to be like that. I would be like, oh, someone knows what I'm trying to say, right? Like you say it. You know what I'm saying. But I never realized, like, I had that power all along. Like I can say what I feel. I just never gave myself that power. And I'm the one that took it away by continuously feeding into all these things that scared me, and having feel like it had so much weight and so much truth. So that's why I'm very passionate of others really going after what they want, because I know how it feels to hold yourself back and make up all these stories. And trust me, these stories, they make sense. But you can make sense of something as much as you can find a reason to work through it. It just depends how honest you want to be with yourself. Let's see. Oh, do I have a nephew? Because how do I know 6'7"? TikTok, honestly, is just all over TikTok. So, anyone want to explain to me what that means? Buzzing Ranger. Hyrox is mostly a running race that adds exercises like burpees, broad jumps, wall balls, weighted walking lunges. Whoa, ski pools, sled pools. It's very popular in Europe. It's just taking off in the US. Oh, are you from Europe? Shy. So I watched this really cool mini series yesterday. Okay, is it the same? What's it called? The same writer that did Chainsaw? Explain to us what this mini series is about, or where we can watch. It's called Escape at Donamore. Is based on a true story. Is this on Netflix? Where can we watch it? Let's see. Black Eye TV. How often do you work out? I work out 3 times a week. I do full body. I think I need to like plop my laptop on a higher thing. Actually, hold on. Okay, that way I can see a little better. That's what I try to do. Nice. Wait, sorry, I missed a comment. Sorry, I can't stop looking at your biceps and your back muscles. I was almost gonna say sorry. That's funny. That's what I try to do. Nice. Wait, oh my gosh. Obviously, I'm not reading who's saying what, and I'm getting confused. Sorry, guys. Elijah, I think one of my skills is that I'm a very quiet person, but I'm a great observer. That is a skill. That is actually a very useful skill. A lot of people don't realize that not everybody's an observer, or they're so quick to respond, right? Like whenever anyone's talking to you, that was actually a very useful tip. When I was, what I say was, I'm still trying to master the skill of speaking. So a great tip is when someone's talking to you and they ask you a question, or, you know, it's leading to wanting to hear your response, take a moment, pause, and then respond. Don't think you have to jump into the answer, right? Like that it's something that I think people get scared when there's silence. But silence is very powerful. So yes, it's a very good skill to have silence and know when it is necessary and when it's good to speak. Very useful. And the more skills you have, the just better it's gonna be. You can never feel like you're honing in on too many skills, because each time they'll just get easier and easier. No, not from Europe. And then Shy. I don't know if it's on Netflix. Particularly the 215 Clinton Correctional Facility Escape. I kind of want to make several edits of you. Well, have fun with it. I love seeing your guys' creativity. That's another skill I think people underestimate, is like that, how you perceive something. There's so much beauty in that. And I think people forget that's what makes you unique. You want to copy other people because you don't have faith in yourself. You don't think that your ideas are good enough. But your ideas are probably something that no one's ever seen before. And you're going to bring it to life. Like, I think that's amazing. And I think you need to start having confidence in those skills. You know, nurture them, make them come to life. Don't just keep them in your head, because that's another thing. No one's gonna bring out these ideas but you. No one knows how you think. No one knows all the possibilities that run through your head when you see something, the creativity that you have. I know we think someone's gonna do it, right? That it's gonna happen out there. Maybe not you, but maybe someone will. But in reality, no one's going to make that happen but you. You're the one that has a responsibility to make your dreams come to life. Yes, ma'am. Because that was me, you guys. I would always think, well, someone else will do it, and it's going to be really amazing, and I can't wait for them to make other people feel empowered. Because I know I always needed that. I needed to know that I wasn't alone, and that you don't have to be perfect to start, and you don't have to have it all figured out, right? Like, I think I was always so scared to start my YouTube because I felt like I needed to have it all figured out, or it just wasn't going to be good. It wasn't going to be good enough. And then I never started. And then I realized, like, well, that's actually my favorite part. My favorite part about this thing we call life is I love learning. So if I'm always learning, do I ever have it figured out? No, I don't. And I wouldn't encourage any of you to feel like you have to either. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry because when you're doing layers, you need to let it dry, or it's just not gonna work. I'm gonna do the black outline because I'm kind of wanting to see it a little more clean. You know, sometimes you're gonna have to clean up the little messes that you make along the way. So symbolic. Everything we do is so symbolic. Everything that we have in front of us, right? I love when people make fun little analogies that just click for people. Because that's another thing. The way you explain something, it may click for someone, but it's not going to click for everybody. I was surprised when I found out you were Latina. Apparently, a lot of people were surprised that I was Latina. I was like, I don't blame you. I know I'm very light complected, but I think because my ancestors originated from Spain, and yeah, they're gonna be a little light complected over there, and I guess my blue eyes. Shy, she's edit is so good. Oh, Shy's edit, sorry. Shy edit is so good. Nothing else can beat it. Isabel Ashford. Shy, that's what I'm saying. Like, your edits are actually really creative. I'm excited to see how you guys like come up with it. Like, it's really inspiring. Like, you inspire me with the beauty, like how you see something. And I think people get weirded out, right? Like, when people that they were inspired by, and if someone says that they're inspired by them, like, you do know there's so much beauty in each other. And I think when you have those chemical reactions with each other, like, that's where all the beauty and things come to life, right? Like, it just feels so magical when people awaken something in you. Like, I know I can get really hyper, and when I'm around the right people, like, it really heightens my, like, hyperness. But yeah, it's just fun when you meet other people that bring something out of you. And that's also going to be inspiring too. I don't know why. Latina comes in all colors. It does. You should do a Q&A on your channel. I guess we can chat it up when we're on lives. I don't mind. Do you speak Spanish? Un poquito. I don't talk that much in Spanish. I understand it though. Some people in chat actually say stuff in Spanish, and I can probably pick it up. So my parents' first language was Spanish, but they didn't speak it to us. So I only understood it, but I couldn't speak it. And it's never too late, right? Learning a language is a skill that you can pick up, and I just haven't made time to do it. But I'm not saying I'll never. I really do want to. My parents would talk to me in Spanish, and I know what they're talking about. Shy. JK, of course. You guys are funny. So, are you Isabella? Spanish name. Oh, Isabel. That's how my parents like saying it, Isabel. They say it with more of a fun accent. Mine isn't as fun. But yeah, Isabel is a way to pronounce it. I'm sure if you speak Spanish, you're probably saying I'm butchering it, and you can probably save my way of saying it for sure. How about you guys? Do I have Spanish speaking people in the chat? Shy, when he said he wanted to pick up a Latina, he did not expect a Latina that could pick him up. Oh my gosh. I don't know where you guys get these jokes. It's so funny. Let's see. Elijah, that free run art is beautiful. Oh, thank you. I actually wanted to paint it for my brother. That's his favorite anime, and so I'm going to give it to him on Christmas. He doesn't see my streams or anything, so it's still going to be a nice surprise. Let's see. Actually, today, let's see, Spar was a rest day today. Awesome, sister. Oh. Well, that's the thing. My brother does so much to help me, and I think that's the fun part, right? Like, everyone has really amazing skills, and it's nice when we can help each other with the things that we're good at and help the people out. Like, my brother's so good at technology and figuring things out. Like, he's helped me figure out a lot of things to do with, like, my setup, and to him it's easy, right? Because it's like a skill he's mastered. It's something he loves. And to me, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I would have been stuck for hours trying to figure that out. Like, thank you for saving me so much time. And it's fun. It's fun. Like, when you learn a skill, it is almost like a superpower that you can come and help someone with. And that's why I get excited when I'm like, oh, that thing I want to get better at, I can learn that thing. And I'm like, okay, it's going to be scary, but not impossible. I'm looking out my window. I'm like, there's someone there? Spar, Ninetales, Fox fading. Yes, and then we have Naruto over here. I'm probably covering him with my head, but it's okay. He'll be worked on in the next stream, that's for sure. Are you younger or older? So I am in a family of 6, and I'm the 4th. So I'm in the middle. Kenzie, hi Isabel. So happy to see you creating artwork as much as your training. Both are so good for the soul. Absolutely, they really are. Do you like art too? Elijah, I was always gonna ask you what you were drawing, but I want to go on the journey to see what you end up making. Oh, I see. So it was almost like, let's see what she creates, and you're just gonna see at the end result. I like that. Are any of you guys watching any good anime right now? Teddy? You want to come up here? Come here. Come on. You can fit. You can do it. There we go. You guys come say hi to Teddy. Oh, Teddy. Oh my gosh. No, Teddy, it's you. It's you. Sorry, guys. He sees himself. No, Teddy, it's you. It's you. Yeah, I know, honey. He doesn't like himself. Thanks. Oh. What is this?
The shirts came in.
Ooh.
Here, I'll open them and we can check them out.
Okay. Have I seen Neon Genesis? Oh, Teddy. Hey, it's okay. He's okay. He's literally you. Okay, see, Shy, I've seen Gurren Lagann, and people have said if I liked Gurren Lagann, I would like Neon Genesis. I watched, like, at the beginning, it is very dark. People have said it's a little darker than Evangelion. Wait, yeah. Why am I getting confused with the names? But I haven't watched it fully. It is trauma. But I just need to do it. I just know it's kind of depressing, and maybe I don't want to be in that headspace, because, yeah, but doesn't mean I haven't seen depressing stuff, and it is really good. And everyone that does recommend it is like, no, it's amazing. So there we go. That way he doesn't see himself. Oh, okay, let's see. Noah brought some shirts. I want to see. We'll show you guys. And these are Christmas gifts, huh? I'm like, wait, they're not for us, huh? Okay, so all our friends love anime. So this is a gift for them. They also don't watch my stream, so it'll be fine. Oh, gosh, wait, I might have some paint. I'm gonna do this. So this one's Don Don. What do you think, Teddy? You guys see that? So cute. That's another one I wanted to paint.
If I put stain stuff, will it get paint out of it?
I haven't gotten anything on it. Oh, you guys, I put paint on it. Don't let me touch it anymore. You come show them, Noah. Oh my gosh, poor painting. I mean, poor shirt has some paint on it. And of course, the shirts have to be white. But look at how cute Chopper is. Yeah, that's so cute. Yeah, I see it. All right, like I see it on chat. It looks good.
Do you think if I put the stain stuff on it?
Yeah.
Because we have that in the laundry room, right?
Yeah. I mean, are you older or younger than your brother that you're going to give that free one painting to? Oh, I'm older. He's the youngest, actually. Spar, My Hero Academy is in its final 2 episodes. All the bittersweet. Bakugo just cried when he found out. Wait, I'm like, is this spoilers? Madara will be... Wait, you guys, this is spoilers. Don't do that. I haven't caught up. I currently am watching Sakamoto Days and Dandadan. Oh yeah, those are so good. Okay, I'm watching Dandadan, Sakamoto Days. I'm not caught up, but I have watched a few and it's really cute. I love the black outfit you're wearing. Very awesome. Thanks, Elijah. It's almost a fun little uniform, so we can just focus on the painting. Okay. Neon Genesis, it's worth it. But you can't picture me enjoying depressing stuff. Oh no, I love depressing stuff. I actually am very in tune with my sad side. There'll be times where actually a lot of my better inspirational moments is when I'm just sitting and being sad. And yeah, I think it's that fun it's not fun, but it's just a contrast, right? Like people that are really good at being happy are also really good at understanding how it feels to be sad. And they're not numb, because I think that's the thing. When you numb yourself because you don't want to be sad, you're also numbing yourself from being extremely happy. And that probably doesn't hit for a lot of people because they don't realize they're just staying numb. But if you are scared of feeling sad, you're not going to really know how it is to be extremely happy. I think a lot of our emotions, when you kind of understand the opposite of them, it kind of makes sense, right? Like when people are really sad and they don't want to be sad, then they turn it into anger. So I'm more of I want to be sad. I'm just like, I'll just sit in my feelings. So I don't think the anger part is going to do much. But I do think that, speaking of the anger part, Eon Gillian, if you've seen it or know about it, you know that saying of like, believe in the me that believes in you. You know, and he always wanted him to get angry of the situation and do something about it. Because I think another thing is like, you can be sad and sit in something, but then there comes a point where you need to decide, are you just going to see yourself as the victim and not do anything about it, or realize that you have the power to do something about it and get angry that I will not let this thing dictate the result of these decisions, you know? Like sometimes I also have to be sad and angry with myself and decide, is my future self going to be proud of this decision? You know, and I think that was like a huge thing of what helped me set my goals in perspective, is me being honest and stop playing victim and think that, oh, poor me, I guess I can't do this, I can't do that, and realize like, no, I can, and you know, getting worked up about it and stop letting myself talk down to myself. Emotions are so helpful, all of them, you guys. It's good to feel all of them. So back to that question. Yes, I do get really, really sad, but I'm okay with that. I actually am glad I can experience those emotions. I want everyone to, because being sad also teaches us things. Shy. That makes sense. I also enjoy being emotionally devastated every now and then. I mean, it is. I mean, I actually get what you're saying. I think being sad allows us to be more reflective. Exactly. It really does. I should clip these minutes where you articulate on stuff. It's honestly really cool. Well, I'm glad that it makes sense to some of you guys. And that's another thing. What you go through in life, a lot of things won't make sense, but then when you hear it again, you're like, wow, now I get what they were saying. It never clicked with me, but now it does. And you wouldn't experience these things unless you go through hard times and you reflect, right? Like all the hard things that I went through gave me the strength I have today. It's exactly what we do in the gym, right? We go through the hard lifts to get us stronger. It's that same analogy. Like you're not going to get stronger lifting the same. Even if it's going to feel a little uncomfortable, but you have something to gain from it. There's always something to gain through the struggles. And if anything, make it all for naught, right? If you're going to go through something hard, make it that you actually gain something from it. You owe that to yourself. What do you love the most about the character in Free Run? I think I love that we can all take a moment to relate to certain aspects of her journey. You know, and I feel like it's so beautiful. So one thing that really stood out to me was when they really pinpoint that she is so powerful. And I think we all can relate to this, right? Like we see someone so amazing, so talented, and we're like, why aren't you using that? Why don't you do X, Y, and Z when you're able to? Like you can, because you have that power, but you forget, like, what was her goal? Like she wanted to enjoy the little things about life because people would take those things for granted. And it made her feel a little more human, you know, with her like making all these little spells of like the fields of flowers and her experiencing the joy it brought others. Like those moments to her were so powerful. And I think that's something that I thought was really sweet, is that we think the big things are the most meaningful and purposeful things, but we disregard those small moments that create all those little impacts, right? Those little impacts in people are going to speak like just as powerful, right? Like she knew that this little moment was just going to be as powerful as what people would see, like her whole aspect of like how powerful she really is. And then also it kind of just shows that she doesn't always have to be flexing that her skills. And she was just comfortable with knowing that she was when it was needed. And I think that's another thing. When people are given a power, they let that overcome them. And she just is like, well, you don't always need to be doing that. There's more important things you can focus on. And I think that was just the fun part of just seeing where her focuses would go and through the journey, right? Like everyone had a different focus, but it was just as important to them in that moment. And we all can go through life focusing on that one thing, but not realizing everyone has a different perspective. And I think when you watch the show, seeing everyone's different struggles, everyone's different things that they find beauty in, the different things that they find meaning in, just makes you realize that this world is so beautiful and everyone has a different perspective. And it's just so powerful. And yeah, I just feel like, you know, I can go on, but it's just very beautiful how they capture a lot of that. Inside Out and Inside Out 2 are both amazing. Oh yes, those are so sweet. I love watching those. I think I cried in Inside Out 2. I went to the theaters and watched that one and I was bawling out. Will you ever compete in bodybuilding? If so, would you do wellness or bikini? Maybe wellness. Maybe. I haven't put too much thought into it because I don't think it's something that is that important to me right now. Like competing wise, you know, I like working on my physique and I just love working out and I just love, you know, seeing what my body's capable of and also fun to see all the muscles that are like in our like potential, like our body has, right? Like sometimes I'm just like, oh wow, I didn't even think I had a muscle that can look like that. And it's just fun. It's art, right? Like it's just fun to see it come to life. See its full potential. Because you can imagine it in your head, but then when you see it in fruition, it's pretty special. It's fun. Elijah, Free Run to me is the most human anime. Well, then you were able to really understand it, because there are people actually watching that and they're like, I don't get it. I don't get what it's about. It's very slow. It's not entertaining. And it just is a reminder, right? Like, you aren't going to receive the same kind of impact as someone else. And I think that's why it's fun when you meet other people that they saw exactly how you saw it and felt. And it's almost like a different level of transcendence of like, okay, like, you got it. And then not everyone's going to get it. So that's another thing too. Working in the fitness community realm, you know, and being a coach, I'm always told that I need to pressure people into wanting to be coached and worked with and everything like that. But I'm like, I don't know. I don't think I don't like that concept. I feel like when people are ready, then that's for them to tell me. I'm not going to tell them you should be ready, right? Like, I think we all go through a time where we decide that, and that's where it's more powerful, right? Like, especially watching, example, Free Run, right? Like, I can't think of his name, but the guy with the red hair, you know, they knew how powerful he was, and they knew he can conquer the dragon, and he was so much in his head about it. But they can tell him all day long, oh, you're so strong, you can do it, you can do it. But he needs to prove that to himself. And so, yeah, I can see people's potential. I can be like, you can do this too. Like, there's nothing special about me or someone else. Like, it's all part of a skill that maybe someone mastered, and that's all that really is able to transcend them to further results. But you first have to believe in yourself. And a lot of times that's what I've noticed. A lot of people don't believe in themselves. So I hope that they come to a point where they do, because when they do, like, that's where they can actually see their true potential. And it actually just makes me sad, because it's like they're the one taking themselves away from that true potential. And I was there too, so I know it takes some time, but it sometimes takes those hard times for us to grow and be honest with ourselves. Elijah, the reason I love watching you is that you're muscle mommy who displays real life emotions and gives amazing talks that can inspire support who watch you. Oh, that's so sweet. You guys are gonna make me cry. I think the reason it's slow because the message is don't take things for granted. Yes, exactly. So that's why it's slow. It allows for us to appreciate the characters and the moments that shine. Stark, yes, the redhead guy. Very well said, Elijah, and it's true. There's so much beauty, and we're so fast to just look at the next thing ahead of us that we forget that those moments could be just as powerful and just as impactful, right? Spart, have you considered putting a baby in your belly? What? Or are you waiting to create a princess or a prince of your own? Wait, have you and your partner considered putting a baby in your belly? Oh my gosh. That's an interesting question. When it happens, you guys will find out eventually, right? Can't hide that. Spartan, Naruto, believe it. Oh my gosh, yeah. Sometimes we all need to be told that. Just believe it. You gotta believe it. Believe it, because honestly, just doing that is hard. Kind of like how this year is already almost over. It's insane. Yeah, I will say with the new year, I I never used to be one of like making New Year's resolutions, but I used to think, oh, people make fun of that. But I think at the end of the day, set goals and reflect on them. So that's honestly giving yourself a timeline. Everyone needs a timeline sometimes, because then you'll let things just push off and be in the back burner. So I think it is actually a really great way to set a timeline. So I want you guys to set goals for the upcoming year. And also, if you can just start right away, just do it. Don't wait till next month. But it's having to be honest with yourself. If you're letting these goals just pass you by, or are you being intentional with your time? And I think that's the thing. You need to be intentional with your time. You need to value your time. Every day is important, and your time is important. And I think a lot of people don't value themselves and their time, and then they don't get anything done. And then that's the cycle that keeps them where they're at. And I say that because that is exactly how my cycle would always be. I would have all these goals, but I wouldn't actually be honest with myself and put them into action. Until I was realizing where my days were going. It was a depressing time, but I think that's why I'm saying, like, you have to sometimes go through those moments to really wake up, to have that contrast of like, I don't want to sit in these moments anymore, and I want to do something about it. Sometimes I think that's where people say, if you get comfortable, that's why you don't change, you don't evolve. So it's not always bad if you're feeling helpless or defeated. It's a moment where your mind is telling you, because you have more to offer, that's why you feel that way. And you know deep down you do. Oh no, hold on guys, I'm missing your guys' chats. Shy. It's like hearing philosophy in the middle of a slice of life anime. Are you talking about Free Run? Yes. And also a lot of anime. They display it so beautifully. So my brother just walked in on me watching you. Is that bad? He kind of doubts that you are shredded. Could you maybe do a quick back flex for him if you don't mind? Oh my gosh. Well, that already tells me I failed, because if I'm wearing a tank top and I don't look shredded, I guess I need to work on my muscles some more. But that is funny though. Thanks guys for thinking I look shredded. I do actually love my back posing. It's so much fun. So we'll do ones for funsies. Okay? Because it's also good practice. I know a lot of people don't know how to flex their back. So, let's see. Anna. Wait, I'm like, how to pronounce that name? Ann in Ellipse? Hey, how are you doing? We're just talking about anime and life and painting. So I feel like it's just nice to have this kind of energy. So we're just doing all of that. Just a bunch of talking, and it's fun. I love it. I love hearing what you guys been up to. What are your guys' hobbies? What are your guys' perspectives? Because I think that's another beautiful thing. Everyone has a different perspective. And I love hearing it. Shy. Some Sri Lankan dude younger than me, December 2025. What? Let's see. Uncle Shaq. I had surgery this past Tuesday. Oh my gosh. How are you doing? What was the surgery for? And Yeah, how are you after that? Surgeries can be very scary. Hmm. Oh, did you change? You did change your name. This is Sean then, right? Uncle Shaq is Sean. Shy. I mean, I don't think you have failed. I think some folks can't tell. I've failed. I have a sleeper build wearing a tank top. Oh no, you haven't. You haven't told me your changed name. You should consider doing ASMR. Your voice is beautiful. Oh my gosh, I've never gotten that before. Thank you. I actually think that is so funny. I've never actually cared for my voice. But it just reminds me, I've told many people that I think they also have a beautiful voice, and usually there's the ones that feel really insecure about their voice. So that's why I love telling people compliments, because a lot of times people don't even get told these things, right? And people think it. Like, I know I'm probably not the only one that thinks it. And then even if I am the only one that thinks it, like, we've all realized, right, that we all have a different perspective on things. So don't ever let that discourage you. If someone doesn't like your voice, or if someone does, there's always going to be the opposite side of the coin, right? Like, there's always people that love things and other people that don't because of those reasons. You have to just ask yourself if you love it, and if it brings you joy and makes you feel proud of the person you are, or even if it's just, you know, as simple as, yeah, like your voice, then be kinder and try to love yourself with that. Ah! I'm dropping my paintbrush. Okay. Elijah, I'm still figuring myself out, and I'm 19 years old, by the way. Well, enjoy that journey, because that is never going to leave. We're always going to be figuring ourselves out. And I think that's the fun part. I was explaining is just how it is in the, you know, in One Piece. They're always in a journey of getting better, challenging themselves, and that's the funnest part. You know, we're not all 1,000 episodes deep because we have to. It's because we enjoy it. Each arc, each lesson that they go through is powerful, and we all can relate or take something away from it. And that's what you're going to realize when you go through life. Each experience is powerful, and you can take away something from it. But it's up to you if you want to or not. It's up to you if you want to grow from them or not. And if you're in a phase of, I'm just learning things, then you're going to have a very fulfilled life. Because that's the mindset that you should have. Spark. I compete in bodybuilding competitions. I am building my studio for content creation. Oh, have fun. I started my own online fitness business, and I do day trading. Anime is a hobby of mine. I'd like to monetize as well. Ooh, a lot of similar hobbies. How fun. I can absolutely relate to that. That's awesome. I appreciate you sharing that. It really does remind us how a lot of people have similar interests and that we're not alone. I think sometimes I would feel like I would be like the only one. I would relate with my siblings. I have sisters that were very similar, and we at least would tell each other, at least we have each other. Because how I was saying, I am a very expressive, emotional person. And a lot of people get surprised because I guess when you have muscle, I guess that's not a emotions that they think that you should have. I feel like they think that you're just very stoic, and I don't know. I actually don't really know, because I don't let what my body looks affect how my emotions are. Maybe that's how guys feel, right? Like, because they're guys, that they can't be sad or they can't show emotions. You can show them. You can be you. You can remember that you are not alone. There are people out there like that too. You don't have to stay with how people think you need to be. That's usually just the level of their reality. Okay. Sean. I'm going back. Hold on. I'm reading it. Yes, this is Sean. Okay. It's been a long time. So, yeah, I tried the other night when you were baking, but I think you were too into your baking to chat. What? I think I remember you, but remember I said I didn't know it was you. Shy, how tall are you? I am 5'7". Sean. Anyway, I had surgery on my left ankle. I had insurance, got tired of my ankle hurting, and decided to do something about it. It was a simple, successful surgery, but the pain was unbearable, and I had nausea in the beginning. Thankfully, the nausea is all gone, and the pain has gotten more bearable. I'm trying to get my pain more manageable before I finally get back to working on my content. Thanks to my job, I haven't been in a good place to work on it. I'm in a medical leave of absence until mid-January. Oh, and then Shay, I'm so sorry to hear that, dude. I hope things get better. And then Sean, at least that's what I thought at first, but now it looks like my leave has been extended until March. I'll find out what the deal is when I do my 2-week checkup in the week. Yeah. Vegeta Redemption story is amazing on rewatch. Oh man, you guys, the edits on TikTok of anime, they're like on another level. Gosh, I'm obsessed. Oh, Vinland Saga? Okay, who's watched Vinland Saga? The edits on TikTok have been crazy. They're like, I'm gonna like cry at the gym. But man, they just get me so worked up with all the passion. Oh my gosh. Son, you have no enemies. And it's true, guys. You guys don't have enemies. The people that you think are your enemies, the reason why is because they're their worst enemy. And that's them projecting all of the things that scare them, the things that, you know, they fear, they hate, and they are just exuding that out. But they need to realize, like, they're not even there, and like they shouldn't do that to themselves. And that's why I'm always saying, like, you should love yourself, because when you do, you'll show up better for everybody around you. Because the ones that don't, you can tell it's because they're still struggling on loving themselves. Oh, have I watched The Boys? Yes, I love The Boys. That's a fun one. Quick question. Do you feel insecure about your age? If not, I'm curious about your age. No, I don't. I actually don't, because I think it's actually fun. Because the people that are my age, I like for them to not give up and to realize that it's just a reflection on our time, because that's another thing. If you are insecure about it, why? Like, what about it that makes you feel scared about it? I'm 30 and my birthday is actually next month. We should do a birthday stream. I'm going to be 31. But yeah, like, I just hope it's a reminder for anyone else that is around my age of you still going after your dreams and the goals that you have. Because I really didn't do that until last year. And I too would let that get in my head of like, oh, well, I should just give up, right? Like, I've already let all this time go by. I should just give up. But your time is precious. And that's why I say when you value your time and who you are, then you start seeing things differently. You start seeing the time more an advantage instead of, oh, I'm already this age. Like, I don't know. I feel like when you start thinking that way, when you start giving up, like, that's just a sad way to live. I feel like me just being a certain age, it just is. But I don't put weight on it, right? Like, I think that's the other thing. When you just put so much power in the number, like, I don't know. Like, I don't think it's that serious. Spar. Favorite is probably Code Geass. Ooh, that is such a good one. It's funny. Some people think it's too fast paced and they can't keep up with it. I'm like, I never even saw it that way, because it is one that you do have to pay attention. So maybe the person saying that, they weren't paying attention, but it's like, it's so good. Oh, and the music. Oof. Oh, that one's such a good one. And there's a very popular character called Millie Ashford. No way. You know what? I wasn't married then, so maybe that's why it didn't stick out to me. But I didn't really notice that. Ooh, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna see, because I don't remember that. That's cool that you remember that. Oh, I look 25. Thank you. Millie Ashford. Cool. How do you feel about the character of Homelander? Do you pity him? Oh my gosh, from his past, or absolutely just hate him? I don't hate him. Remember what actually, I don't know if you were here in the beginning, but this is also from a great philosopher, and I love this quote, and it goes something like this. A man's circumstances doesn't make him. It reveals him to himself. So whenever someone says, well, I've been through a hard life, I've been through a hard time, it suddenly gives them permission? No, it just reveals that they are really impatient. They are self-centered and they only care about themselves. And no matter what kind of situation, it was always going to be directed towards that, right? Because you'll meet those people that had a hard life, but they show up as like they were the most caring, thoughtful people you've ever met. And you're just like, but how? Like, this other person went through a hard life and they've only thought about themselves. And I think that's probably, of course, there's so many variables, right? Like, they do it probably as a safety mechanism to keep themselves safe. And I get that. So I think that's just like where you have to understand people's different perspectives in life and what they've been through. But also you can answer those things for yourself if those are also things you want to be around and ways that you want to go about life. Because I've also been around people that probably haven't treated me the nicest, and I would also make a lot of exceptions because I felt bad because of X, Y, and Z, and maybe because they've been hurt, and like I would overthink all these possibilities, but to the point where it became draining, because that's also not for me to always come up with their excuses, you know, like that's hard because I can also just enjoy my time with people that are seeing things in a way that reminder that they have control over, right? Of being their best self and being surrounded by their best self. Oh, you guys, I actually have to end the stream. I have someone at the door, so I'm gonna have to end the stream, but thank you guys for showing up. This was a lot of fun, and we'll continue next week, okay? I most likely be streaming Wednesdays and Fridays. Pretty sure. But Wednesdays for sure. So thank you guys, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.